Yeah, are we doing this? Are we?
I don't know. We could do it, I guess.
I mean, you don't have to. It was just
I kind of liked it when it was collages, but then it turned into colleges. I'm like,
I know.
fuck.
It's like, what is Todd trying to tell us?
I don't know. Because it reminds me of the Jack Davis from Mad Magazine. He did a bunch of
when he would do like just
'cause it's
crazy,
frantic.
Yeah.
It's a mad world or whatever.
Clearly, I don't know how to spell college.
Well,
That's
it's
okay.
a funny one.
That is a
Cottage cheese. Katagi. Actually, it's pronounced collegiate. Actually, that's how you get collegiate. And the collegies.
the Cletus. I didn't know I had this cute little Velcro strap right here. That's kind of
It's the Velcro.
like a Velcro thing.
Well,
Oh, there it is.
Welcome, everyone, to Our Town Podcast. Please take a moment to like and subscribe, share if you can, and review if available. We'd love to hear from you, so comment below and tell us how we're doing. Don't forget to visit ourtownpodcast.com for all the links and join the members-only section of the website or sign up on Patreon. Now here are the boys of Our Town Podcast.
that
Quick,
kid's
quick,
going
some
places.
ASMR.
No.
What? I don't know what that means.
ASMR is this stupid thing that happens on TikTok videos where people, they whisper.
And you didn't have to pay extra for that.
And not only do they whisper into the microphone, but they molest their microphone so it makes noise.
Oh, yes.
Interesting.
Yes,
They-
check it out.
Yeah.
Listen to my nails rapping.
Yeah. Oh,
It's
wow.
just- it's bizarre.
enough just to freak out.
It's really weird. and
It's cool
stupid.
on a Black Sabbath album, but on a TikTok it takes
No,
off.
I don't know if it's even cool on a Black Sabbath album, to be honest.
What's the one where, leave it, where, it's a Zeppelin thing, there's an airplane flying over or whatever. He's like, no, leave it.
I don't know.
Oh, it's great. It's Zeppelin, you know.
Oh my God, was that Robert Plant?
No,
Well, welcome
that's not
everybody, one and all, to another exciting edition of Our Town Podcast.
Sorry, I got the sniffles, guys.
Oh, man.
Coming to you from the I Am Renton space in beautiful and historic
Yes.
downtown Renton, Washington. Boys, it's a beautiful evening.
It's still summer. We
to
still got it going.
go down to the Whistle Stop Ale House and get yourself a microbrew and a sandwich.
Great idea.
Claritin.
Sandwich.
Sandwich.
Yeah, they have indoor and outdoor seating.
Indoor and outdoor.
Yeah.
So if it does get a little chilly in the evening, you can go inside and, sit by the imaginary fireplace.
Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
Oh wait, do you have a fireplace on a?
No, it's
No.
just Jeff's very warm personality.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought maybe they had like one of those big 50-inch TVs with like
With the fireplace going?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll make a
Jeez.
suggestion
Yeah,
in the
remember
suggestion
when
box.
they would do the New Year's television drop off the top of the building?
Oh, yes.
That was great.
Yes.
Did what now?
Yeah, Jeff used to drop, or someone, I don't know if it was
Yeah, I don't know if Jeff was up there.
Yeah, oh yeah. It would drop televisions from the tubular kind, typically.
So they'd
from the
make
top
that
of the
nice
top.
popping
Yeah.
smash sound.
For a New Year's Eve celebration.
Yeah.
I was not aware.
Yeah. Boys, tonight's safe word is Mr. Click in the complaint department. Mr. Click in the complaint department. So
Mr. Click.
if you guys aren't feeling safe, just y'all, Mr. Click in the complaint department. And we'll stop this here show
Can
and
we
check
add
that.
like 7 more syllables to that?
Yeah.
Well, Todd, you'll like this because I know you used to work in a call center. But SoftBank Corporation, that's based in Tokyo, announced that it has developed a voice-altering technology to protect their employees from customer harassment. So basically, they use AI tech to change the voice of the customer if they're angry or upset, to make it softer and more pleasing to their operators' ears.
You're such an asshole. Why are you talking to me like this?
So good.
Why?
So it makes
Why
it
are
makes
you
it
responding in
it
kind?
makes him feel more soft and calm, and it relieves stress on the call center operator, so they don't get so stressed
But
out.
not the, say, customer.
Not the customer, because they're already pissed. But it still allows for, like Todd was saying, the angry feel to the call.
Oh, good.
To make sure
But
that
they sound-
the agent knows the customer's upset.
It's like a hate text.
It's like a hate text.
I mean, to me, it
Get
sounds
across,
like
but you can.
they sound calm while they're calling you an asshole or you're an
Exactly.
idiot or
Yeah,
something else.
yeah.
I mean, it just makes him sound like a sociopath.
Yeah. So hoping to go to market in 2025,
Yeah, I hope it
we
never
might have to
happens,
pick this up
'cause-
for
no.
our
Oh,
call-in.
man.
Absolutely not. I would rather someone be angry with me than having someone sound passive aggressive.
And know they're angry with you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Todd,
That way-
you
Yeah,
are a
yeah, like Comcast or something, you know what I mean? It's like
When you call, yeah.
between noon and 9 p.m.
Yeah.
I mean,
My favorite is when the company says go to their website to click, and then you want to cancel the service, and it says, oh, if you want to cancel, you have to call this number. Then you call the number, and it says all lines are
go.
busy.
Go online.
Go online.
my favorite is when your internet doesn't work and they suggest you check the online
online.
the online status.
Yeah, of your internet. Yeah, so good.
How do I do that when the internet doesn't work?
Don't know. I don't know, guys. Boys, in headlines, on September 2nd, there's a Russian chess player. I found this story fascinating because only in Russia, right? A player named Amina Abrakarova. She was suspended and faces several years in prison because she tried to poison her opponent. Now, her and her opponent, which I won't even try to pronounce their name, have known each other for years. They've
They're
competed
frenemies?
against
Yeah.
each other for years, and she had just lost. The poisoner had just lost to the poisonee like 2 weeks prior.
Oh, yeah.
So what she does is she sneaks in, she breaks open an old school thermometer and pours mercury all over her chessboard
They
and
call it
chess pieces.
Quicksilver over there. It's an ingredient baby formula.
Yeah.
Let's
So
go
about
east of the Kakaska
half hour
Mountains.
into the match, the opponent started feeling sick and dizzy and all this stuff, and they're like, "Wow, we don't know what's going on with her, right?" So they reviewed the security footage, and you can clearly see earlier that day this chick comes in, and nobody's looking around. She breaks open, and you can see her dumping the mercury all over, and that shit's, if you ingest it, you're
I
dead,
think it
right?
goes straight to your spinal column.
Seizes you up.
Never to see the light of day.
Holy shit!
Oh, that's awful.
And she had
Poisoning's kind of a Russian thing.
It's very Russian,
I mean,
isn't it?
it's a thing.
Because what was that? The guy that's
I
now
remember when-
dead. He got poisoned like 3 or 4 times, didn't
So,
he? The
yeah,
opposition
turned
leader.
purple and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Talking
bad.
about the
What was his name,
the guy-
Navalny?
I don't know the guy's name, but wasn't he like
was a different one who died in prison.
like
Oh,
working in a news organization of some sort?
Yeah.
But Jay Inslee's a tyrant.
Yes, he is.
99% conviction rate
Yeah.
in courts in Russia.
Yes.
99%.
That's crazy. That's nuts.
Yeah.
That's nuts. The way I feel like if you make one slight infraction, they will drum you like
Well,
they just
could
arrested.
at any time.
Yes.
At any point, at any point they can just make it happen.
They arrested
Doesn't even matter.
a Russian American woman just I think in the last couple of days because she donated $50 to Ukraine causes. And I don't know what it was, the Ukraine cause, but they jailed her, and now she's, awaiting trial. But I feel like they make these arrests and they hold Americans because they want to trade for, assassins
For arms
and
dealers.
arms dealers and shit like
Didn't
that.
we
Oligarchs.
talk about a couple that moved to Russia because they figured God, of course, I can't brain today because it's so damn hot. They moved there because they're very conservative and they were not really for like alternative lifestyles, and I figured they would be around more like-minded folks over there, but then they realized they couldn't post anything on social media or on videos.
I'm moving to Russia for freedom.
Yeah.
And then
And I mean, geez, not to say, because I mean, we did a lot of unlawful renditions of our own throughout time. So I'm not going to pretend power doesn't do such things, including, at times U.S. power.
Right. Yeah.
But the Russia apologists trip me out a little bit.
Yeah.
Trip me out because there's
Big
no,
time.
at least in the United States, we have seen, the culture at large and our laws and how those laws are applied have changed. We've seen noticeable progress in a lot of ways, right?
Yeah.
I think we're still over-policed and certainly over-incarcerated, but at least here, I really do feel that things are amendable.
Yeah.
I don't feel like the people have any way to amend a fucking thing in Russia.
No.
Not a thing.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
So
You have no decision-making power at all.
And maybe I'm just a fool, but I think at least we're closer to, could kind of, maybe, sort of.
Maybe, sort of.
I don't
Oh, my God. We were talking about this pre-show, boys. Todd mentioned this, but Trump, in a weird twist of fate, ended up using one of Jeffrey Epstein's, the noted predator pedophile's airplane. Seems his 757, his Trump plane, had to make a landing in one part of Montana, and he was slated to go to another part, but it wouldn't make it. Mechanical issues. We don't know what happened to it, but it landed, and his campaign had to rent another plane that flew up from California, and the tail number matches one that was once owned by Jeffrey Epstein. So I don't think there was any
No black
nefarious
lights.
thing, but it just it's sort of odd and sort of a weird twist of coincidentals that
Yeah, it's coincidental that he got access to an Epstein plane.
it's just weird.
I don't know if it's a coincidence. I think
Well,
he
there's
probably
only
knew
so
the
many
guy who owned the
of
plane.
whatever. Yeah, I guess depending on what grade.
Definitely knew the guy.
They were
who
buddies.
used to- he definitely knew the guy who used to own the plane.
Yeah.
So it's possible he knew the guy who bought it.
That's good. That could be too. The campaign says no. They just rented they called a service and they sent that plane out. But
Which is possible.
I wonder if the person that owns or runs dispatches the service saw who it was for and goes, "Oh, I've
Well,
got
maybe
the
he got a
perfect
government
plane."
auction.
I think that's a very good point. It's a very good, yeah. Maybe I can't brain today.
Oh man.
Too damn odd.
Well, speaking of Trump, did you guys try to log into the big Twitter Elon Musk
No.
and Trump
I
conversation
did not.
interview?
I feel like I should watch that.
Well, it would just turned out to be a shit show.
Oh.
So they had many glitches, not many, but many glitches that happened. A lot of people were not able to log in for a long time because the service was down. And then the whole time that Trump spoke, he was like slurring his words
Oh, gee.
that he's now blaming on the platform that was used and not his own voice. He's saying it was the technology that got him.
Yeah, what? Yeah, don't believe your ears, people. Don't
So,
believe your ears. or
and
your
it
eyes.
started really late. People were unable to sign in. It was completely glitchy. They had the same issues with Ron DeSantis. Months ago, when Ron DeSantis announced his campaign, he did the same thing. He went and was interviewed by Elon on Twitter,
Jeez.
X or whatever it is.
Doesn't that seem like he's
It's just weird.
putting his thumb on the scale there? But I
It
guess
kinda
he
does.
doesn't want to be he doesn't want that to be considered a media source the same as a newspaper,
Yeah.
right? Because
Yeah.
then there's rules to it. You can't just fucking. It's weird. I don't know. I think that's. I don't know. I mean, he can interview anybody he wants. I guess it's his
Yeah.
platform, but it's problematic to give one person that loud of a voice. Right?
Yeah,
I think it is.
I don't know.
We saw this in, Rosebud. Orson Welles warned
Yeah.
Rosebud.
Rosebud.
All right.
Rosebud.
That's so good.
Also, I don't know if you guys saw this, but the Isaac Hayes estate and the Celine Dion are suing the Trump campaign to have him stop using their music at his rallies and events. Specifically, Isaac Hayes is suing to stop him from using Hold On, I'm Coming. They said, no, we do not support the candidate. We don't want to use that song or any of his songs to promote any one politician, that kind of thing.
Sure.
And then the funny one was one of his rallies, and I think it was in Montana where he had to use the Epstein plane. They used Celine Dion's My Heart Will Go On from Titanic.
Oh my God.
Weird.
Which is really
Are they not-
weird.
A really weird choice.
Are they
It's a
not
really
paying for the
weird
privilege at
and they're not
all, you
paying for
think,
it.
or-
And so she had to say, and this is a funny quote. She said, "In no way is this use authorized, and Celine Dion does not endorse this or any similar use." And really, that song? That was her official statement. It's like, really? That
She
song?
said that?
Yes.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Great.
I mean, I don't get it. Why would you? I mean, I could see doing like the Isaac Hayes song, Hold On, I'm Coming. I get it. It's very literal, right? But My Heart Will Go On from Titanic. We all know what happens at the end of Titanic. Jack doesn't fit on the door and he dies.
Yeah. But could he have?
I think.
Oh, he definitely could have because
Yeah.
she was like maybe like $120.
Yeah. Even partly, but still.
Oh my
And it was
God.
like what was it like? It was like an 8-foot tall door and like 4
I think
feet
there was
wide.
just like 8 different chicks on doors, and he was floating in between them.
Just bouncing back. He's like, I'll be right back.
Yeah, you're right back, babe.
I'm gonna go
You're
look for a
throwing
fish.
it back.
and he kind
Where,
of goes underwater and then pops up right next to one of the other doors.
Like a merman.
It's like a mermaid.
Like a merman.
We got dog activity here,
yeah.
guys. That's a pretty dog.
Is that Akita or something? No.
Bob. We have a neighbor dog named Bob. He
Hey,
looks like
Bob.
Bob.
Doggos.
Not to keep going on the Trump stuff, but I got a couple more. Trump campaign says they got hacked. They immediately blamed Iran without showing any proof that it was Iran. The only thing the campaign could do was point to a news article that said Iran is trying to do what Russia did in 2016 and 2020 and try to influence everything.
It's okay.
It's just, yeah,
It's an
whatever.
inexpensive aid, right? I mean, it's a fucking smart way to do shit.
Yeah. And what they took was details on J.D. Vance. So when a campaign does all their research and their stuff on they took the dossier on J.D. Vance, all the stuff that, could be negative or used against him. Obviously, they didn't look at that enough.
It's the P-er instead of the P-E.
So there's been a thing on TikTok and Instagram where people are comparing Tim Walz to J.D. Vance, and people are coming up with funny things. Tim Walz loves to pet cats, while J.D. Vance will let somebody grab him by the pussy or something like that. Just weird stuff. But my favorite one that I saw was Tim Walz is the guy who asks if you need help with a creepy dude at the bar. J.D. Vance is the creepy dude at the bar.
That's funny.
But there's a ton of them. People are making little funny sayings between the two of them. And lastly, boys, it hasn't been in the news very much, but the Trump media, the Truth Social, the Trump media
Yeah,
group.
what about it?
It has reported a quarterly loss of $16.4 million with a total revenue of just $837,000. So it lost $16.4 million in this past quarter while only making $870,000.
Was this after he was reinstated on Twitter?
Well,
No, but that doesn't
just
help,
happened. No,
right?
That probably doesn't help. But this is just a pump and dump anyway, dude.
For him,
I mean, yes.
I'm surprised he
I bet
hasn't dumped it
everybody
already.
Got paid. I bet everybody got paid. Everybody.
I don't know why
on
yet.
that- Yeah.
But it's
like,
dropped at least 7% after that news came
What's
out.
it take
so.
to drop more than 7%?
I don't know.
Although, yeah, because
Like zero.
Starbucks had dropped like 24% this year or something.
Yeah.
So they finally fired their CEO
Yes.
recently. It's
And
like,
who did they bring
and
in? They
then
brought in the guy from
Chipotle.
Chipotle.
keep it classy.
I have no comment.
I don't know.
Climber goes to Chipotle. just
Once in
reminds me
a
of, like-
while. Once in a while.
Sure.
But not very often.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once in a while, it's like, oh, we could do Chipotle. Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
It's easy.
That's easy.
Yeah.
And it's just, hot start.
With a little bit of cilantro.
Yeah, with some salad.
Yeah. Yeah, I really believe people are holding on to that stock because they're hoping Trump might end up pulling the election out, and then it will end up being more valuable. And then I could see something stupid like, Elon Musk's X merging with it or something like that.
Like he buys it for,
Yeah, I don't know. Like they merge or something.
I guess he's got nothing but money.
Yeah, so I don't know.
But I mean, Trump has steady money forever now, right? Because he's never going to not campaign
Yeah.
as long as he's alive. So it's like, I mean, it's
Yeah.
way better than actually having the job. Because he's still getting paid the salary of having the job.
I think so. The only thing the job does for him right now is hopefully get him out of his legal issues.
Certainly. Which
Right?
is pretty priceless.
Yeah. But even if he loses, I bet you he runs again in 4 years.
But even, I mean...
Or he stays
that
as
job
the
is so
kingmaker,
stressful.
right?
That's what I think. And just,
Yeah.
but continually runs.
Yeah,
Right?
and
It's
can
a
keep getting
nonstop
that PAC
campaigning.
money.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and keeping everybody, I mean, and that's why he's considered the kingmaker, is because he can get money.
Yeah.
It's money. It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and mobs. And mobs. That's a thing.
Well, speaking of campaigns, guys, RFK Jr. was kicked off the New York ballot. Did you see this? Because he ended up faking his address in New York. He used a rented room.
way.
He used a rented room at a friend's house to say that was his permanent address in New York. And when asked about it by the judge, he said, well, I'm a New Yorker at heart, and I'm going to be moving back there, once my wife retires from acting. And the judge asked him point blank, he said, are you going to be moving your wife and your pets and everybody into that one bedroom, rented room?
Yeah.
And he goes, well, maybe. So they didn't buy his shit, and they basically is no longer allowed to be on the New York ballot for now. He's going to appeal, of course,
Of course.
but just fascinating because he's only in 17
and
states
that
at this
his
point.
story's different when he's talking to a judge under oath.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah,
That's interesting.
interesting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the other thing is,
I'm just really disappointed in that guy.
yeah,
He didn't
there's-
have to be a shyster. He really didn't. So
There's reports out on CNN, but from the Harris campaign and from somebody within RFK Jr.'s circle, that he has reached out to the Harris campaign to say, if you give me a cabinet level position, I will quit the race and endorse you. Just like he tried to do with Trump, or discussed with Trump a couple of weeks ago. Remember that call we
Yeah.
talked about?
And I mean, is there proof for either of these?
It's a person in the Harris campaign. So it's been, it's been enough vetted that CNN and other news sources have run the
really?
story.
Well,
So
geez.
I just find that fascinating.
Well,
So-
I find that just gross.
And gross,
But I
but
don't think
fascinating.
that's uncommon, right?
I
It's
wouldn't think
Of
so.
course, and all of the other people who run for your party typically are doing the same
Yeah.
thing, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Like Nikki Haley, if she
What
didn't
can I
have
get?
bad blood,
Yeah.
I'm sure she would be hoping for a cabinet position, right?
she'll
Yeah.
get something.
She
I'm
did.
thinking.
The last
time she
Yeah.
did. She'll get something this time too, if he wins.
Yeah.
Which I don't think.
I'm far less convinced he's going to. And of gas, I told you before, man, it's all pocketbook.
Yeah.
Nothing else matters in the vast majority of it besides pocketbook
Yeah.
and the fields of it.
Well,
so if gas is under $4,
Yeah, and it's not
it's
right
a
now.
done deal. It's close,
But it's summertime.
It's getting closer.
It's
yeah.
summertime.
Yep.
We go into fall. It'll drop a
Yeah,
little bit.
sure could.
Did you see that the Biden administration did announce that they have worked with some of the drug manufacturers
Yeah.
to lower
To save
prescription
$6 billion
drugs?
in tax money. $6
That's
billion.
crazy talk
Yeah.
for Medicare recipients on pharmaceuticals.
And it's cool that the pharmaceutical corporations, volunteered to
Figure out ways to-
no, they didn't. They sued.
Yes, they did.
sued, saying now we don't want to innovate because you won't let us just absolutely
just give us a
kill
blank check.
People.
Yeah.
So
But I mean, kudos to getting something done, right?
sure.
You know?
And the regulatory system can work, right?
I would think
Like,
so.
I don't know, I think that's a pretty good win, really.
Oh my God, boys!
And it's really it's on the top 10 drugs that Medicare is getting billed for specifically.
Yeah.
So it's not just a bunch of obscure stuff. It's the most widely used, which means they're making plenty of profit, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's just greed there. So okay, sorry.
Man, no, you're good. You're totally good. I haven't watched much of the Olympics, but I know that the guy that won silver for the shooting from Czechoslovakia, or wherever he's
Turkish,
from,
so yeah.
Turkey guy, doing that, and the latest phenom, Raygun, the breakdancer.
Oh yeah, it's incredible.
It pointed me like I know anything about it. I just found out about it yesterday.
Oh, you posted something about it.
It's pretty
That's when I
incredible.
found out about it.
Yeah. Just crazy. Her name is, she's from Australia. Her name is Rachel Gunn, calls herself Ray Gunn.
Yes,
And
of course.
she came out and did this wonky breakdance thing that.
She saw 3 videos on YouTube and said, I can do that.
No, I mean,
think
that's
she's
kind
been
of the
at
way
it
it
for some
looked.
time. Actually,
Yeah, I think she teaches.
She's more of a performance artist,
Yeah.
I think, really, than a
It's not-
breakdancer per se.
It's
right?
not even breakdancing. There's a couple moves that
Breaking.
are reminiscent of breakdancing, but it's not
Yeah.
breakdancing.
No, it's like
It's perfect.
kind of dance,
it's-
the way
it's-
expression, interpretive.
Interpretive dance is what
Yes.
it's more like, yeah. 'cause
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a couple things where
Oh,
it looks like
man.
it starts to be like a breakdance move,
Yeah,
then it
but
like
it's not
doesn't
really.
go
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah.
Like when she kind of spins on the floor.
Yeah.
Like what the
With
hell
her
is
hand
that?
on her chin. It's kind of bonkers.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Like-
bonkers.
I haven't seen it from start to finish, but I've seen all the little clips
dude,
of it.
I watched the video that shows her coming out and just kind of like posing and
Doing the.
yeah.
Because it's a really athletic sport.
It's
right?
yeah.
It
What
really
she
is.
what she did
Yeah.
was not at all
No,
athletic.
It was just very much like, yes.
This-
I don't
this-
know,
this
it's
is
just
what
like interpretive
breakdancing-
dance of some kind. It was,
This is what breakdancing would look like if it was done by your parents who watched you breakdance as a kid.
nice. Yeah, she's 36, but there's a 51-year-old on the U.S. skateboard team.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
and
the B-boys were our age, man.
Oh, were they?
Yeah, if you think
It's,
about it from the 80s.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I think
I didn't know if you meant
yeah,
at the Olympics.
No, I'm talking about
She
like
was
the original
36.
B-boys from like the 80s
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff.
I mean, that
early
was way back in
late
the
70s.
yes.
Early
Yeah.
80s.
Good stuff. Shikari, I've got 2 words for it.
Yeah.
Shikari Richardson. She's a goddess. She's a sprinter. Oh, she's an
What?
apex human being.
Nice.
Just an apex human with poise. Oh, I mean, an apex human. What a-
The 2 main guys from the Breakin' movies, Breakin' and Breakin' 2 Electric Boogaloo, those 2 guys were the robot us's from Bill and Ted 2.
no,
Yeah,
Oh, really?
it was the same guys.
that's
Interesting.
great.
Nice.
Yeah.
And just she's taken a lot of heat. She's gotten a lot of love. People have been like, either, oh man, she did her thing and it's fun and whatever. She didn't win a medal. She didn't even score a point, right? But she did her thing. And then
was
some
in
people
the
are like,
Olympics.
just
And a billion
absolutely
people have
ridiculous.
seen it.
I'm just
2 billion.
thinking, man, she
Yeah.
got a free trip to Paris.
Yeah.
She got.
Great food.
She did so
Yeah.
great that they're not going to be doing that again.
Yeah, did you see that? So 2020.
Clymer said something about that.
No, yeah, it's not going to be in the Olympics again in L.A. In
4 years.
Which
4
is
years.
ironic.
Yeah.
Right? Because, I mean, I guess, I don't know, breaking began on the East Coast. I kind of feel
I think it did.
but,
Yeah, it started in New York.
Right, but then, but LA is, I mean, come on, it's still West Coast. Are you kidding me?
Oh man, I don't
I
know.
mean, the West Coast wasn't really known for its hip hop until like the early 90s.
Well, Terminator news, boys. James Cameron sat for an interview because people were talking about he was being interviewed for the new Avatar movie.
Which Besides
it's
John's-
coming out, and
There's like another one?
Yeah, there's Avatar 3
Third one's coming out, I think, later this year or early
later this
next
year. Yeah.
Geez, I haven't watched the second one.
I haven't either. And I hear people say
It's a
it's a great.
technological marvel, though,
Yeah,
right?
I
Isn't
mean,
that
it's
kind of
pretty.
The first one was pretty too, but the story was absolute garbage.
And the second one was kind of corny.
Yeah,
The second one that
there
bothered me, and I'm trying to remember looking back at it, it was like, oh no, the kids got captured. We got to go save them. We save the kids. Oh no, the kids got captured again. Oh, we got to go save them.
At some point,
save
though,
them.
they
Oh
just have
no,
to
the
get their
kids
shit
got
together,
captured.
yeah.
It's like 3 times. I'm like, you got what? You just lock them up. Put them somewhere.
Right.
Jesus.
Yeah, let them go.
talk about
That's all I remember about it.
neglect of parents. Is that
Just
the right
kept having
word?
to fight
Yeah,
back.
yeah,
Yeah, man.
Inattentive with words.
But inattentive, yeah.
Old James Cameron was asked about what he thinks about the new Aliens movie, Aliens Romulus, I think it
I
is,
saw the
that's
trailer
coming
for
out.
it. It looks creepy as fuck.
And the Terminator Zero project,
The anime?
that's the anime one.
The Netflix series.
Yeah, and he says that he hasn't really watched the Romulus one. He said he met with the director and gave him some notes, but they're not like close buddies or anything. So he kind of was like, "Here's some notes that I have for you. I'm working on my thing." So he hasn't really seen it, and he's like, "People will have different takes on the stuff that I kind of started, and it's fine." But
I think, yeah.
It felt like watching Jason X in the commercial. You know, Jason X.
for the Romulus.
Yeah, you know which one I'm talking about. The one Jason in space.
Yeah.
Where it was the in the future, people find their like spaceship. Hey, we're going to investigate
Yeah,
it.
giant
see what-
space station.
You know,
that's
look,
infested.
we'll go
Yeah.
find out what's behind. We'll salvage whatever, and that's what happened in the Jason movie. Although they find him and then they thaw him out, which was a mistake.
Yeah, so why?
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
but,
I
you know,
mean,
they-
for certain
You had him.
For Jason, it was great.
Just launch his ass into the
It
sun.
was, it was one of those things. I think the one scene that made me laugh hysterically because of how ridiculous it was is when he grabs the girl and puts her face in the liquid nitrogen, pulls it back, and then slams her on the desk, and her face shatters into a million pieces. I laughed at that because it was like that's like straight out of Looney Tunes.
Oh yeah.
It's good cinema.
Yeah, geez. Well, he was asked about that, how he feels about other people working on those properties, and he said some similar to the Terminator Zero and the Sarah Connor Chronicles, all that stuff. And he said other people spinning stories in a world I set in motion is interesting to me. But he didn't. I mean, he doesn't hate on it, but it doesn't sound like he was super impressed with anything anybody else has done. But he says he's working on a new Terminator project, but he won't say what it is.
Okay.
So, but that would be interesting because he did the first and second one, right? Did he come back and do?
I think he also did Genesis, but I could be wrong.
No, I
that
don't think
was
so.
great.
I think
wasn't Genesis the one that had Matt Smith?
Christian Slater, right? Not Christian Slater. Christian Bale.
Yeah, Christian Bale.
No, that wasn't Genesis. That was
Salvation.
3. That was
Yeah.
Salvation.
Yeah.
Genesis
the
is the
first
one
two
that
are amazing.
Genesis
They're
is the
amazing.
one that has Schwarzenegger come back as the D800.
And then, yes. Yeah, but Aliens is one of the great action films of the non-digital age, 100%. It's amazing.
Alien is on Hulu
Yeah,
right
no,
now.
it's a fine film, but it's a
I think
different
you
thing.
can get
It's just a movie.
all of them on there, right?
Jump scare.
I think so.
They're cool.
I mean,
And
I have-
Terminator 2 is True Lies.
Yeah.
It's like, no, his action movie stuff was
man,
point,
yeah.
man.
He was perfect for those kinds of movies.
Yeah.
In fact, he was one of the reasons why I initially went to go see we talked about him last week, the Expendable movies. 'Cause he was in, like, I think the second and third one. I was like, okay, I'll watch it. And then I went back and watched the first one. And I was like,
Who are
okay,
you
these-
talking about? I'm talking about James Cameron.
no, I'm talking about seeing him in action films in general. And Expendables was the only reason why I watched those is because Schwarzenegger was in it. In a couple of them.
Nice. How about this? How about Future movie? James,
Yeah,
call me.
he's watching.
Takes place in the future after Skynet has taken over. right? There's humans still surviving, like the Kyle Reeses with the Terminators, and then predators come chase a bunch of aliens to Earth. So you've got Terminators versus Predator versus aliens versus the humans.
Yeah. That's a drag. My money's on Terminators.
Yeah.
Are all of those owned by Fox? That's the only way it would happen. But
who's rocking? Oh, it must be the silver car over here.
Yeah.
But I think what would happen, what would be the thing that would take down Skynet is if Elon Musk buys it.
Nice. Oh man. Yeah.
He would rename it. He would rename it SkyX.
SkyX. XNet.
What is the Arnold the T800s? What is it titanium? What is the metal?
Yeah, I think it's titanium.
Yeah.
Is that resistant to the acid, the alien acid?
I don't know if that's a fair question.
But certainly against the predators.
The skeleton would be okay.
The skin
would
graft.
skin would all melt away.
Because some acids would affect metals for sure.
Yeah.
But but they could also adapt.
I would totally
and make
watch
it out
that.
of some other kind of alloy or super glass or something.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't know. They can make flying machines.
Yeah.
It's like AI is a problem, and that's the thing. Like also in what's that? The Matrix or whatever. It's like all they have to do is gas us. We have to breathe.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just fuck up our atmosphere for 10 years.
Yeah.
Right, and then get it back if you want it.
It's like that Charlie Sheen movie, The Arrival. Or it's called Arrival. Maybe it's either The Arrival or it's Arrival. Either way, it's about aliens have infiltrated and are they're terraforming the Earth for themselves.
Yeah. I think, that's what I used to think with the shape-shifting reptilians. I'm like, they want polluted air. Right, because they're from the center of the Earth or whatever, so they love that shit. Just basically, Project 2025. Basically, it's the same that the shape-shifting reptilians would want.
Somebody finally pulls Trump's face off and reveals the...
So last week, I got an email from YouTube saying that they're, or not YouTube, but Google, that they're getting rid of the Google... the native Google podcast app, and that do you want to import your podcast over into YouTube? It's like, we already have it there, but wouldn't hurt to have a second feed, I guess. So I went ahead and did it, and it marked 3 episodes as misinformation and deleted them.
Oh, are you serious?
Yeah. And the episodes were our tinfoil hat episodes.
Oh, man. They're actually listening. Thank you, Google, for listening.
Yeah.
But then... yeah, I don't remember where I was going with that.
Yeah, couldn't they just put a warning on it, though? Why would you delete it necessarily?
No, because it was labeled as misinformation.
No.
Yeah, but YouTube hasn't labeled it. It was Google that labeled it.
Well, I mean, no, it was on YouTube. It was on the YouTube podcast feed is the thing.
Right, but we use the YouTube podcast feed, and they haven't labeled it or deleted those episodes, so that's weird. Huh.
I think it's because it was imported from another source.
Yeah, that's hilarious.
I think it's because we uploaded directly to YouTube. They're not really monitoring it that as much, I think, but because it was being imported from the podcast feed, and every new episode as it comes out, as I post it to Spotify, it will go to my...
Yeah, and we never claimed that we were endorsing, believing in, or anything.
And I responded, challenging that, saying, hey, no, we weren't saying we believe this. We were saying this is what people believe, and we were calling them stupid for it.
On some of it, yeah.
And
the heroes
and
here,
they said, yeah, well, okay, that's fine, but we're deleting them anyway.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, whatever, I guess. We just have 3 less episodes.
Man.
I was on the road trip, right?
That's right. Well, one of them at least.
Yeah.
Man, boys, speaking of movies, there's one of my favorite Richard Pryor movies in the 80s was Brewster's Millions with John Candy and everybody. Yeah. They're making a sequel to it. It's called Brewster's Millions Christmas. The movie follows Morgan Brewster, female, as she embarks on a unique and challenging journey to inherit her Uncle Montgomery's fortune before Christmas. The the interesting thing about this is that Richard Pryor's son, Richard Pryor Jr., is going to play his father in a brief sort of cameo role. And I don't know if it's like, I don't remember in Brewster's Millions, they had the old white guy that was trying to tell him over video.
And it was Richard Pryor in makeup, right?
Was it? I don't remember who it was. But it may be just something like that, where he's going to be like the video and talking about how, you got to spend, what was it, $30 million in a month to inherit $100 million, whatever it was. Yeah, let's go.
But didn't he end up buying like a baseball team and stuff?
He bought a baseball team. The biggest thing was running for office. So he ran for mayor.
None of the above.
And none of the above candidacy. Because nothing.
I need to watch that movie again.
You can spend a lot of money on a political campaign. But then he ended up winning, I think, which at the end of the month, he wasn't supposed to have any kind of job or prospects. He was supposed to be destitute, no money.
Who's starring in this?
I can't remember. I didn't recognize any of the names except for Richard Pryor Jr. And that's why I thought it was kind of fun that he was.
Jeez, I don't think I've ever seen a photograph of Richard Pryor Jr.
Isn't Pryor's
Looks a
daughter
lot like his
also? Doesn't he have a daughter who was also an actress?
I don't know.
He'd made some of the greatest comedy records possible.
Oh my God! Yes.
In any language, in
I
any
had the
galaxy,
box
anywhere.
set of all of his comedy records, and I lost it. I don't know where the hell it is.
Geez,
Someone walked off with it.
Yeah, probably. All like 7 or 8 of his albums. It was great.
Yeah, no, geez.
Man.
Maybe the old lady put it on Amazon and sold it.
Yeah, $8.
Maybe. I'll show you. Fucker.
He'll never know. He'll never see it.
Dare you.
Oh my God. Boys, everybody's favorite voice actor, Hank Azaria of
He's like
Simpsons.
7 people on The Simpsons.
Yeah. He has, I don't know if you saw this, a Springsteen tribute band. So he's a big Bruce Springsteen fan, and he's worked on his voice because he can do voices. But
he does Bruce?
Well, he does it really well. So he sings in a tribute band, and I saw a video of this. He's got a massive band, just like the E Street Band, but he calls it
the Easy Street.
Easy Street Band.
God,
Yeah. Hank Azaria in the Easy Street Band.
Jeez, that's kind of...
Yes, and he does sound pretty good.
Is this in his spare time, then?
I don't know. How does he have spare time?
I mean, they only record for so many hours, once a week or twice a week.
Oh, and then they're done. But he's got to be doing other stuff. Do you remember him in America's Sweethearts? The movie with Catherine Zeta-Jones and Julia Roberts and John Cusack.
He was also in that. What was that?
A Mystery Man.
That's the one I was trying to think of. Mystery Man. He was the Raja.
Yeah,
with the spoons and the silverware.
Mom.
I told you, don't touch my stuff. Yeah.
Oh, but the wife and I quote America's Sweethearts because in the film, he's supposedly having an affair with John Cusack's wife, who's Catherine Zeta-Jones, and she talks about in a clandestine video that his penis is really small. It's like a roll of quarters, right? And so the rest of the movie is like, no, it's bigger than coins. It's bigger than coins. So the wife and I will say that once in a while. How big was it? It's bigger than coins.
So in an interview, Hank said that all of his character voices are just bad impressions of celebrities.
No, nice. Yeah.
So when you're watching The Simpsons,
try to figure out who he's impersonating.
Like the bartender is basically his interpretation of Scarface.
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
We'll talk about Scarface in a little bit, but yeah.
But then there's another one who's basically it's an impression of Stallone.
Nice.
One of the cops. he has kind of a dumb voice like this. That's him doing Stallone. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's going on tour with the band. He just did a 80-minute.
Are they going to come to
set.
Seattle though? Is the thing.
No, it's all like New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York area. But
Well, fuck that.
it would be fun to go see because
Hell yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah, it sounds good. I mean,
I'd
they
be down
sound
for
like
seeing Hank Azaria sing The Boss.
yeah.
I'm not even a huge
Just to be
fan,
around
but
him.
just,
I bet he's an enjoyable human being.
Yeah.
he's on TikTok. He goes, yes, it's really me. I'm the the comic book guy from The Simpsons as well as many others. He kind of does all the other
Jeez.
voices.
I didn't know he was also a comic book
Yeah,
guy.
worst
Yeah.
game
Like, it's
ever.
So good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's too accurate. It's so uncool. How
I mean, I
accurate.
know so many comic book nerds that are just like that, who are like,
Actually.
actually, and they're like the most gatekeeping people I know.
Yeah.
You're not a real fan of that unless you're into this.
Well, speaking of fake music,
No.
which ended up maybe not being fake, we talked about this last week. Todd brought up Corey Feldman playing guitar.
No, I didn't know anybody
He's
doubted it.
on that Loserville tour, which is coming to Seattle, by the way, if anybody wants to go see it. I didn't know this, but
and Corey.
I'll see. I'll go to for Slipknot. I don't necessarily want to see Corey though.
well, it's also apparently got Fred Durst's band,
Limp Bizkit?
Limp Bizkit,
Okay.
because he went up on stage. He'd been hearing all the rumors about the guitar playing, and he had to go up and see for himself. So at their last performance earlier this week, he went up on stage and actually watched him
Oh no,
like
he's
shred.
doing it, but he's not.
I know.
It's a mockery of it.
Dude,
It's jazz.
I saw that video of him like trying to shred, and it sounds like someone having a heart attack on stage.
No, but he's doing it. It's great.
Yeah.
But
People are- and he's on the what is it called?
The Loserville tour.
I mean, come on.
That's
He's
that's
having
why
fun.
he's on the
God
tour
bless
because
him.
of how
God
bad
bless
he
him.
is.
And if it keeps him from
It's a
being
tr-
destitute in his old age,
It's a
God
train
bless.
wreck tour, is what it is. And I found that video, and then I said, you know what this kind of reminds me of? And I was like, Steve Vai in that Ralph Macchio movie.
Oh, yeah, Crossroads.
So I found a clip of him on Crossroads just shredding, right? And it says, what you think you sound like while playing Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
And then I played the chorus, and says, this is what people actually
What you
see
really
you doing.
sound like.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and for because that's Crossroads is not a great film, but
No.
the Steve Vai and it's the Buena Vista Social Club guy, Ry Cooder.
Oh, yeah. He's doing the handwork
Yes.
for
It's
Macchio.
like, dude, to have both those guys on set.
Yes.
And could you imagine just being one of the
Just
the
watch- yeah,
gaffers
just-
or whatever? You're sitting there holding.
You're
the
watching,
mic,
watching it,
You're
yeah.
watching
What's
guitar,
happening?
Yeah.
Are you
guitar
kidding
gods
me?
at work. Yeah.
Jeez.
I mean,
That's a good gig.
Yeah.
yeah, I would
And
have.
it's not. I mean, if you have it on in the background, or just skip to that part.
Yeah.
Just skip. To
I
that.
have that movie, and I have yet to start watching it because it looked from the trailer looked terrible.
It's not good. It's not good.
Yeah, I don't know about terrible, but it was a weird vehicle. For this completely off topic, but it's a strange vehicle for a Ralph. It was an odd call.
Yeah,
for that guy,
yeah.
I
I
thought.
think he wanted to show he could do other things than doing
Sure.
like really crappy karate.
Karate movies. But it does have Jamie Gertz in it, too.
Yeah.
And she's
No, it's not terrible. I saw it in theaters for sure because I'm like Steve Vai.
yeah.
You know?
For 12 seconds.
So
I'm up.
the horror convention that the SummerCon people are doing this October, they just announced the lead guy from the Lost Boys, the older brother of Corey.
Oh, Jason Patrick?
Yeah, he's going to be
Oh.
there, and of course Elvira is going to be there, and
Yeah, I'd go for Elvira all day
yeah.
long.
Jason Marsden, who is
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to remember what he's known for doing. I mean, he played Eddie Munster in the 90s, so. But he's done some other things too, I guess. But he's really known for doing a lot of voiceover stuff for Disney.
Yeah, we just need to start getting paid to just show up and give autographs.
Yeah. Can
That's a great
Can we
gig.
skip right to that?
Yes. I mean, I guess you got to travel.
I'm
and eat food.
Right.
I'm-
Hotels.
I'm thinking
just
about
sit
getting myself
somewhere
a
and
ticket
goes,
so I
"Here
can
you
get
go."
get Jason Marsden to sign one of my Proton packs.
Nice.
'Cause
Yeah, was he?
Was he in
Buffy?
Ghostbusters?
He was in the Extreme Ghostbusters in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
He was the voice of the wheelchair kid. So yeah.
Right on. Holy moly! So if Fred Durst, good enough for him, good enough for me.
Oh my
So-
God!
Have you guys-
How much are tickets? Have we looked
I have
into
no
this?
idea.
I don't know.
It would be a show. I mean-
it's going to be like a festival type show because it's like 4 different bands, right?
Yeah, oh my God! If you can't get chlamydia at that show, you're not trying. You're not even fucking trying.
I think if nothing else, you can definitely get COVID.
Yeah, I mean, I got 4 bands coming up on Sunday. I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, what do you got going?
I don't remember who the first opener is, but then it's L7 followed by the Pretenders, followed by Foo Fighters.
Oh, you're stuck.
Yeah. Huh?
I have option to get free tickets to that.
Oh, you should go.
Recognize any other band?
What?
Foo Fighters?
Foo Fighters is not going to be at that show, are they?
That's who's headlining.
Foo Fighters?
Yes.
Well, I think L7's headlining. They're just going earlier
They're just going on
in the day with
because they want to get back to bed. Yeah.
They got sandwiches to eat.
Yeah, geez.
I
Yeah.
saw L7 a couple times back in the old days.
Back in the old
They
days,
delivered.
yeah.
They delivered.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So looking
Danita
forward.
Sparks. Yeah, they've been fighting the good fight for a long time.
Yeah, is it? I don't know if it's still original lineup
I have
and
no
everybody,
idea,
but
no idea.
yeah. But I'm looking forward to it.
Geez, that'll be great.
Yeah.
And yeah, what's the Pretenders lineup now? Are you happy with it?
They're good. They're good. Yeah, she's had a couple of long time lineups. This is, I don't know, like 5th iteration. But James Walburn, who's the guitarist, who's also in that.
He canceled.
Yeah, he canceled
His lordship.
his lordship.
Yeah.
I've got their EP on vinyl, which is good because it's very garagey, sort of DIY. That classic, just punk garage
right
sound, right? Old school rock and roll, straightforward.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah, he's the long time. Chambers is still good drumming.
Nice. Yeah.
I couldn't tell you who the bassist is right
Jeez,
now.
that's
though,
cool.
but,
When's the last time you saw her play?
oh, geez. It's got to be 5 years.
Oh,
It's
geez,
got to be
that's not terrible.
pre-COVID.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Right on.
Yeah, we were supposed to go down to California because it was Pretenders opening for Journey. And we got
Oh,
tickets
yeah.
to the show in Concord, California, which is close to the wife's brother, my brother-in-law's house. And they're big Journey fans. I'm really not. But it was going to be fun because I'm there for
you're gonna
Pretenders,
have a
there for
blast.
Journey, and
Yeah,
they'll
yeah.
sing their asses off and have a good time. But yeah, it got canceled because of the whole COVID thing.
Thanks, Germ.
Thanks, germs. Also in movie news, boys, apparently Blake Lively asked Halle Berry to go
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
reprise her role as Storm in the Deadpool and Wolverine movie, and she said she would. She just needs Ryan Reynolds to call her, and he never did.
Oh.
So I'm a little disappointed
So
in that
he
because that
had
would have been a
any
cool.
opportunity
He
to
had
call
any
Halle-
to get Halle Berry on cellular.
You're not calling Halle
Right?
Berry. You're just call her.
Fuck is
you
wrong
just
with
say
you?
that you call her. What the fuck? Yeah, that's
Okay.
Oscar award-winning. Halle
Yes.
Berry. Thank you very much. Oh my
Okay,
God.
so the thing that the
And I did see that. By the way.
concert thing that I'm talking about is called the Snohomish Block Party, and L7 is the headlining one. So that's what I thought you were
yeah.
talking
That's not terrible either.
No.
When is that?
August 24th.
Oh.
And
Yeah, no.
L7, Cherry Glazer, Acid Tongue, Smokey Brights,
Oh, Smokey Brights is good.
Brights, LaFonda, and Grace McKagan. I don't know who any of those bands are.
Yeah, Smokey Brights is a good little band.
I recognize the name L7, but I don't know their music.
I think Smokey Brights is like from Vancouver or something, somewhere close by.
Yeah. Yeah, L7 used to be Cali, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like, they had a couple of radio songs. You've heard them for sure.
I know I've heard them, but I wouldn't recognize them if I heard
Yeah,
it.
When We Pretend That We're Dead. That's one of their bigger radio tunes.
Oh, I think I know which one you're
Yeah,
talking
they
about.
had a Sub Pop album that fucking rocks.
I remember them being huge. I just
Gotta
don't
make
know
sure
if
it's
I would
L7,
recognize.
not 7 Year Bitch. I don't think it would be 7 Year Bitch.
Oh, I don't think they're.
I'm pretty sure it's L7. Foo Fighters, T-Mobile Park.
Oh, geez.
I don't want to buy tickets. I've already got tickets.
What's on the?
Because I bought these like months ago.
yeah.
I bought them like last year.
Yeah, mobile. Because yeah, maybe they're in town. Is that about the same day?
Yeah, 24th. What is Sunday? Is like the 20th, maybe?
Jeez.
And I don't know if L7 is doing the
Yeah, Monday's the 19th. Right? So. Wow.
Alex G is opening.
Alex G. Shout out. Maybe it's the letter L and the number 7.
Yeah, I'm because that's what I remember purchasing. So, damn it.
Now it'll just be kind of mysterious and fun.
Yeah.
And you're going with your honey bunny, or?
And the kids, not the youngest, but Bailey and Danielle we're all going. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Boys, rest in peace, Angel Salazar, most famous from Scarface as one of Tony Montoya's henchmen, his most loyal henchman. He dies at the end when they're getting raided. Very familiar face looking. He was also in Maniac Cop 2, which I know is one of Mike's favorites.
Yeah.
He
I
was in
haven't seen either one of those.
Carlito's Way with Al Pacino. And he was in Punchline with Tom Hanks because he is also a stand-up comic. He's a very well-respected stand-up comedian.
Angel what?
Angel Salazar.
I didn't recognize the name or the guy's face when I saw the
Oh,
video
man.
of him.
He's
So,
all right. Probably got some-
And he was on the TV show Last Comic Standing.
Oh,
So,
there you are.
yeah.
okay. I mean, he, the Comedy Store posted about him yesterday, and they at the bottom it says, "Say hello to Mitzi for us."
Nice. Shucks.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Yes, come on.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize him at all.
Yeah. He was,
Maniac Cop 2.
He was one of the ones, I don't know if you guys remember Scarface, this freaked me out, but when Al Pacino's like chained in the shower and the not the Cubans, but they're like chainsawing the one dude's head and Tony's next. He's one of the guys that busts in and saves Tony's ass from getting that. But
He got a Christmas bonus.
yeah. Boys, also rest in peace, Wally Amos, famous Amos.
Shucks.
Famous Amos chocolate chip cookie fame. He died at 88. He founded Famous Amos Cookies in 1975. He had originally went to college to become a secretary, and then after graduating, he took a mailroom clerk job with the William Morris Agency, and eventually became the agency's first African American talent agent.
Jeez.
So he signed Simon and Garfunkel to the talent agency, and he headed the rock and roll department. He also represented the Temptations, Sam Cooke, Marvin Gaye. In 1979, he got a $25,000 loan from Helen Reddy and Marvin Gaye to open up his first cookie store in L.A., his chocolate chip cookie store.
Because that was like his dream job.
Everybody. So what he would do to gain clients
who wants to be an A&R
is he
man?
would send them a letter and say, "Hey, I want to represent you. By the way, here's a box of cookies." And that would get people to call him back and thank him for the cookies.
You know, what's weird is I didn't know that was a real person.
Oh, really?
Yeah, geez.
Famous Amos was
like Little Debbie or something.
Well, the first time I even heard the words Famous Amos was on the show Taxi.
Oh, yeah. Because he guest starred on Latka's Cookies episode in Taxi. And he became sort of synonymous with the cookies in the late 70s, early 80s. And then he ran into financial trouble. And he had to end up selling his cookie company. And the people bought it, trademarked the Famous Amos cookies sort of away from him because they knew it was his, the brand.
Just like Gazelle's chicken.
Yes, just exactly like Gazelle's chicken. And then he wasn't able to utilize that Famous Amos cookies. He did open up another couple of cookie things. I think he had
Famous Amos.
Yeah. He had a Hawaiian flavored cookie company that he opened in like the early 2000s or something. But he did all right with himself. Another great thing about him was that in the late 70s, he started volunteering for Literacy Volunteers of America and advocated literacy and helped thousands of adults learn to read.
Jeez, that's fantastic. That's a superpower right there.
Yeah. And
that's how you make generational change in people.
Yeah, in 87, he hosted a television series designed to teach others how to read. It was entitled Learn to Read, produced by Kentucky Educational Television television, WXYZ TV, and he did that for a few years. Where he,
that's
but
fantastic.
yeah, I mean, what a great project to work on.
Oh yeah, no, it's one of the
Yeah. And then one of his
And you know,
kids
oh.
is a really good blues guy. It's the Reverend something Amos. I can't remember shit. But he's got several albums out, and he's been around a long time. He's a harmonica player and a singer with his band. So
Jeez.
yeah,
Well,
cookies.
yeah,
I love
rest
me
in
some
peace.
cookies. And
Oh,
actually,
yeah,
his
no, that's a
the
great
cookies that they produce, they're those little ones that are really dry. Have you had any
like
famous Amos for a while?
No, I have not.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, they're just
like the crumbly,
cookies
just
or whatever, no.
powder. Yeah,
Not my
I like the
favorite.
chewy.
Yeah, that have
Yeah.
butter in them. What the fuck do you think that is? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
I mean, a batch of cookies has to be at least a cube of butter, or you're just not. I mean,
Yeah.
that's to me.
Yeah.
That's, I don't want to cook anything without at least half a cube of fucking butter. Like that's,
handfuls of butter.
yes. That's how that's you just yes.
Oh my god.
Makes everything way. You're like, it's so rich.
Yeah. And finally, rest in peace, boys. Gina Rollins
Oh, gee.
died at 94. Had a 66-year career in Hollywood.
And nominated for sure, maybe one.
Nominated for 2 Academy Awards, 8 Primetime Emmy Awards,
Jeez.
1 Daytime Emmy Award, 8 Golden Globe Awards, and 3 Satellite Awards, 2 SAG Awards.
Jeez.
And I think she won a couple of the Golden Globes. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But she was married to John Cassavetes and is the mother of Nick Cassavetes, which is pretty cool.
I don't know who
Nick Cassavetes.
any of those people are.
Well, John Cassavetes is somewhat controversial, like
Yeah.
a famous American director.
Yeah. Yeah. And his son Nick is now a director, too.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And
No.
what's
What have they
she's
done
in a movie
that-
like Shirley Moskowitz or something? Is I think the name of the movie. It's
Oh, was it?
Movie, yeah.
Oh, maybe
Something
so.
like that.
Maybe so.
So I
So
automatically
what-
had a kinship.
What have they done? I mean, because the names don't say anything to me.
Nick Cassavetes, I think the one I would recognize, did he do Hope Floats with his mom?
I recognize it, but I've never seen it.
Yeah. And then Nick Cassavetes, oh man, yeah. Because he shows up in a lot of talked about, like, what am I trying to say?
Don't die. Nick Cassavetes.
Nick Cassavetes.
So, me sneezing and wheezing and
Yeah.
blowing my
no,
nose
Earth is trying to murder Todd.
is because I ran out of Claritin a couple days ago.
Oh man! So I don't know if he directed these or directed and or starred in these, but The Notebook, God Is a Bullet, The Wraith. Remember that with Charlie Sheen back in the
I
day?
remember that one.
My Sister's Keeper, John Q with Denzel Washington, The Other Woman with Cameron Diaz, I think was in that. Alpha
yeah.
Dog, which I had, I think, was that Justin Timberlake or
I don't know.
I can't remember. Face Off with John Travolta.
I've seen
and,
that. Yeah. So what,
He
was
must
he?
just be in that. 'cause
He
that's-
might have just been
That's
in
a
it.
John
Was-
Woo
That's a
movie.
John Woo movie.
Yeah.
Was, he
Yeah.
was he like an actor in those movies?
Yeah, he is.
Actor or
Hey, you got a
director.
photo of that guy?
Nick Cassavetes?
Because the name does not
Second.
bring anything to mind for me.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
Let me see.
You recognize that guy.
I can't see it from there.
Okay. I can't hand it farther to you.
Yeah, I don't recognize this dude.
Yeah.
Totally looks like a Nick
And then his
Cassavetes.
dad.
Yeah, who did Dog Day? That's a David Mamet.
Yeah, that was David Mamet. John Cassavetes.
Yeah, they were married for a long time.
They were married for a very long, and he passed away, I think, in '89, something like that. He was either starred in or directed. I know he didn't direct Rosemary's Baby, but he was in it.
Oh, yeah.
Dirty Dozen.
I haven't seen any of those.
You haven't seen the Dirty Dozen?
Or Rosemary's Baby. It's
No.
a slow burn, but it's
It's a
creepy
slow
as
burn, but
fuck.
it's creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is. It's paced.
Those-
it's
those-
paced like an oldie movie. 'cause
Those
it's an
are
oldie
genre
movie.
movies that I don't watch. So
Oh, looks like he was in some Columbo stuff.
Ooh,
I didn't realize that.
I'm getting happy.
Yeah. Anyway, so rest in peace, Gina Rollins. Man, 66 years. Tons of episodic television. Everything from early days of Bonanza and
We
stuff
got a
like
photo of
that.
that lady?
What's that?
You got a photo of Gina
Oh,
Rollins?
Gina Rollins.
I looked her up. I didn't recognize her either. Yeah.
God,
I think I get her and Anne Bancroft mixed up.
they kind of are similar.
Gina Rollins. Oh, yeah. Jeez. Oh, yeah, no, she's been around.
She's been around for a long time.
Huh.
Yes, boys. We have a call-in. Todd, do you want to play that? A call-in advice.
Which one? Because I have a couple.
Well, the
here.
one where the guy lost his job a while ago.
Oh, that one. Yeah, I can play that one.
See if we can help him out.
Here we go.
Hey guys, I got a question for you. A few years ago, I was fired from my job, and I'm trying to get it back. Do you have suggestions on how I may do this?
Lawfully.
Well, here's what you should do. Yes, lawfully would be the best thing, and just be honest and be kind, right? And go in and admit your mistakes.
Yeah, that would be a good start.
Because
anyway.
you got fired for a reason.
Yeah.
And let them know how contrite you are. And maybe you can win back your job.
I like it.
Probably not.
Is
but-
there an or just be a terrible person?
I think you should just accept that loss, take that L, as they say in sports, and
just move on with your life.
Go on to other things. I'm sure there are plenty of other things you can do really well at, and I mean, you got fired for a reason. I'm sure it wasn't some arbitrary thing. So,
yeah. And are you sure that the company hasn't moved on without you to better things?
Hasn't really been given a chance to do so, I don't think.
I don't think they have. Yeah. Jeez.
Because, it's like, what if you went full John Cusack with a boombox outside of your job all day, every day?
Can you imagine
every day?
Can you imagine him outside the gate going,
me,
"Take me back,
me, me,
In my eyes,
me, just over
and over again. Man, I like her dog.
Are you gonna pick up that poop?
Oh, did that doggy just poop?
No.
Oh, jeez.
But
Come on.
Maybe there's some extra lying around.
Come on, lady. Yeah, so good. The best of luck to you.
Yeah.
But I don't know that you're going to be able to make it there. Boys, sharing is caring. Any new fun things that you have discovered out there?
I mentioned it earlier, but I kind of want to go. I pulled up the website to tell you all the different guests that are going to be coming to Washington State Horror Con, which is going to be in end of October.
Yeah. Around Halloweeny.
Yeah, I think through the 27th. It's going to be.
I bet that puts a lot of pressure on stars of that ilk, right?
Let's see here.
Mentors of doom.
Ticket prices for the weekend, I think, are like $92 for adults, $42 for children, and that's for the whole weekend. And that's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, October 25th through the 27th. And it's like $25-$30 for individual days. So, but
how much is it?
For the whole weekend, it's $92 for adults.
And how much per day? I'm sorry.
And it's like 25 to like 30 something, depending on the day. So if you go Friday, I think it was Saturday and Friday are going to be the more expensive one, and Sunday is going to be the cheapest of the three. I think it's like $25. But as the guests that they have for Washington State Horror Con, the first one they announced was announced like 6 months ago, which is Cassandra Peterson, best known as Elvira.
Mistress of the Dark.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, since I was a kid.
Yeah, she's like, what, 70-something now?
In her early 70s, yeah. The next person on the list is Juliette Lewis is going to be there.
Really?
I do love me some Juliette Lewis.
I do, too.
And Jackie Earl Haley.
Oh, man.
Oh, nice.
We almost had a crash right here, guys. Dude on a bike, not supposed to be on the sidewalk, bro. Just almost took that puppy out right over.
And then, he's best known for, the the Bad News Bears, and he was also in the show Preacher and The Tick.
He's great in The Preacher.
And yeah, it was very good in Preacher. The next
Joel Osment?
no, Jackie Earl
Jackie
Haley.
Earl Haley.
And he was
Same thing.
Yeah.
that guy.
Yeah, Rorschach.
Rorschach,
Oh, no,
yeah.
he's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
And the newer
He
Freddy
does a
Krueger,
great
yeah.
job. Does
And
a
then
great job.
Kane Hodder is always good to see at a horror con, but because
Yeah, remember I thought Kane Hodder was Kane from wrestling?
Kane Hodder is the guy who is most known for playing Jason Voorhees. And then we have Dina Meyer. She's in a bunch of the Saw movies, Starship Troopers. She's the redhead from Starship Troopers.
Oh,
Okay.
I like her.
Yeah. And then John Carroll Lynch, who's American Horror Story. He's a clown, I guess.
Nice.
The Drew Carey Show.
Yeah. You should show him your Halloween stuff.
Fiona
Scare him.
Dorff, the daughter of Chucky. The actress who plays the wheelchair girl in the more recent Chucky movies.
No, I haven't seen any of those.
But yeah, she's the daughter of the actor who plays Charles Lee Ray.
Nice.
And then Tony Todd.
Oh, Tony Todd for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jeepers
Candyman.
Creepers. Oh,
and,
Candyman. Yeah.
And Michael Ironside.
Oh, nice.
He's the voice.
God, how old is that dude?
I don't know. But he's
This is like the second person from Starship Troopers. Oh, he was also in Total Recall too. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah.
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 And he's done Mass voiceovers.
Yeah.
Mass.
Yeah.
A lot. And I was telling
Highlander 3.
I was telling Mike earlier, and he or you guys, anyways. Jason Patrick is going to be there,
Oh,
and he's from the Lost Boys. And then we have.
See, and I know I'm in the vast minority, but I never once liked that movie.
The Lost
Really?
Boys?
Yes.
Oh, I fucking
And
love that movie.
Everywhere. When I was a young person, I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Vampires.
As a teenage vampire film goes, it's better than the other ones that are out there.
Geez, I'm trying to think of a.
We're talking about like the
Lair of the Black Worm.
Twilight.
Oh yeah, much later.
Yeah, but still.
Also with Jamie Gertz.
Geez, good call.
Jamie Gertz is in the Twilight movies.
No.
He's in
And the Lost Boys.
Lost Boys.
Say.
Yeah.
And then they have Vanessa Shaw and Omari Katz, both from Hocus Pocus. And then Jason Marsden, who was the cat in Hocus Pocus. And the last couple here, Jeff Daniel Phillip. He's known for being in a lot of Rob Zombie movies. He was also one of the Geico cavemen.
What's the date on this?
It's October 25th through the 27th.
Jeez. The weekend before Halloween.
Yeah. Richard Brake, and then
I'm having a psychic impression coming in. There will be mass scantily clad ladies.
there were going to be
Positive.
lots of Roger
Love
L. Jackson, who's the voice of Ghostface, and Nick Castle, who's Michael Myers.
I thought Ghostface was like Skeet Ulrich.
The voice, the guy
the
you
fake. They use a voice changer thing.
Well,
so
whenever
it's
he
the guy-
talks,
Yeah.
that's the voice you hear.
Gotcha.
I'm the guy inside the
No, I
cockpit.
get it. I get it.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
What do you got? What are you sharing and caring about?
I don't know, man. It's been a bit. We went to Seaside this weekend.
No, you went
me
to
and
the
the
Goonie
kid
House.
went to the Goonie House, and that was pretty cool. You drive in to the neighborhood, and we're like, okay, which way do we go? And there's a big sign that says, "Hey, you guys," on it with an arrow.
What?
But then another arrow says, "Park over here," because they don't want people, because it's up a gravel drive. And it goes up, and there's a few houses up there, so they don't want you driving up there. So we parked and wandered up, and there was a big group of people, probably 5 or 6, that were just finishing up. There was a group of older, like 3 old guys, 3 older ladies, couples that were there. And then us, and then you could tell there was people milling down below, parking
Sure.
and doing their thing. So the old couples wanted to get pictures taken, so most of them walked over, and a couple of them were hanging back taking pictures. So I said, "Do you want me to? You guys want to jump in there? I'll take pictures of you." And I did the thing where you flip the screen. So I took a picture of myself like this, and then took a whole bunch to hide it in their phone. And
You know what? When we were at the Odd Mall, and I got pictures with the Krampus. The person who's taking the picture did that.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's my new thing. So
I like it.
I would do that every time. And they were a cute old couple.
How do you know you're in Seaside, Oregon, when the big group of people is 5 or 6 people?
Yeah.
That's when you know you're in Seaside.
Yeah, story is beautiful. The house was really well done. Sign out in front. You can donate money in a cash box. One of the neighbors came out. The guy, if you're looking at the house over to the left across the driveway, came out and he was like, "Hey, where are you all from? Just nice enough." So it must be the neighbors on that side there.
He must be the
bad
neighbor
one.
that has the sign that says "Don't listen to them, they're assholes."
I don't know. No sign like that,
But
but
there was signs up that says, stay away from the Goonies house, blah blah blah, because it was like the neighbor who didn't want the fans.
I tell you, it is a small driveway up that little hill, so I could see people. But you walk up and you don't mess with anybody else's. And the neighborhood, pretty, lots of houses with rainbow flags, and just a nice little neighborhood. The funny thing is, we're sitting there, waiting to get our pictures taken and stuff, and you could hear the sea lions going crazy because it's really like 2 or 3 blocks away from the waterfront.
Okay.
So after we left there, we drove down. There's a park right across the street, and we walked over, and there's a whole group of people, 5 or 6, watching these sea lions, and they're just, just loud as hell. And I took a whole bunch of pictures, and I didn't realize until I got home and I zoomed in, just hundreds of these friggin' sea lions, and just loud as hell. So Astoria was fun. Seaside was fun.
Best meal? Did you have a good meal?
The last night we were there, so this would have been Monday night, we went to a place called Duger's. And at that point I was getting a little hangry, and we were trying to find something decent to eat. And we went up into the bar area because they would allow minors till like 9 p.m. and it was like 8:30. And it's like, we'll get your food out quick. So we went up, and it was basically just the 2 of us up on this patio area. You couldn't see the ocean, but you could see all the tops of the hotels by the ocean, and just had a really good meal up there. And she's like, "Daddy, do they have these Dugers in Seattle or in Washington? Because the food's really good." And I'm like, "No."
That's a nice bite.
We got to tell them to get
bite.
those. That is awesome.
Fast Ripper? No, man. What? It's got to get
Anyway, so that was my week right there. Was 3 days down there. We did Cannon Beach with the Haystack Rock and all that stuff.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And it was just you and Kiddo, right?
Just me and Kiddo.
That's great.
We went to the arcade and wasted like $70 in friggin' video games and collecting tickets and stuff.
Yeah.
And we got like 700 tickets, and I'm like, you probably get a good prize, We get over there, and it's like we can get 6 rubber duckies and a couple pieces of candy.
Book a match.
So
Half a cigarette.
was that place you ate at? Was that like a local place?
Yeah, just a local to there. Yeah, decent. I like Seaside. You can do it in 2 or 3 days, and you're done.
So you went to the arcade on the boardwalk.
Yeah, on the boardwalk there.
I remember going to that place. My mom used to go to Seaside every year because she was a 12-step person, and they'd have the big convention down there.
Oh, yeah.
And so I would go with them because, I like going down to the beach, and they had those cool beach trikes. Did you get those?
They didn't have they have bikes that you can rent, but I didn't see the beach trikes.
Well, they're basically like those encumbered bikes. What are those called? The ones where you
Recumbent?
recumbent, that's what it is. When they're
You lean back and
Hey, hi, AJ.
they're
The GHY
you have to turn. You're leaning left and right, and you have your hands on like little handles on the side, and the front wheel is kind of like a big wheel, and that has a big front wheel and 2 small wheels on the back. but steering is basically shifting your weight.
Oh, okay.
Hey, so it's road trip, boys.
Road trip. Yeah, and they were doing a volleyball tournament the first, I guess it was Sunday, the first day we got down there. So there was friggin' volleyball nets everywhere, which actually worked out good. We went and bought a really cheap volleyball, and she'd just taken a volleyball camp like a couple weeks ago.
Jeez.
So we were just sitting there bouncing, and then a friend of hers.
And it's beach volleyball, right?
It's beach volleyball.
Come on.
So a friend of hers, family, all went down exact same time frame. So we hooked up with them Sunday night, and the girls all got to run in the water and play and stuff. And I hung out with the mom and chatted. And their cool dog named Snickers. They have a very cool dog named Snickers.
Snickers.
Does they have like a sister dog named Snickerdoodle?
I wish that would be good, though, right? Mike, what about you? What you been up to, buddy?
Geez, I don't know. Stuff. Working at the condo. I installed cabinets and heaters. I took out the baseboard heaters and installed those forced air things, which was cool.
Nice.
So solved a couple of times I had to move stuff because now it's not a baseboard. So
You guys are still going to sell the condo?
yeah. I think the timing is going to be great because
the market's
the Fed's
picking
going to be dropping interest rates.
Yeah.
I think the feeding frenzy will begin again.
Yeah.
Better for worse.
At least it'll rise up enough.
I think so, and I think it's going to be fine.
Nice.
Yeah, but new cabinets look nice, but even then, it's like I don't know. They were not cheap, but they're not. But they are cheap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
and you guys are 100% moved out.
a bunch of my tools. I still have like my table saw and shit.
Oh.
So I don't really have a place to put my tables on. So I got to come up with a place.
Start building.
I'm working over here.
I know, working.
Build yourself a man cave
That's
shed
fine.
in the
And I did see
backyard.
the biggest movie on the planet last night.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah.
Nice.
We'll discuss that at a later time.
No, you don't want
So you saw Wolverine in Deadpool, huh?
Certainly did.
Nice. Scale of 1 to 10?
Geez, well, I think it's the weakest of the three.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I'd give it about a 7.5 to 8.
You thought that was the weakest?
Yeah, I really
okay.
do. Yeah.
All right. I thought the second one was.
I'm with you, Charles.
No way,
Yeah.
I love that movie. The cable
second
stuff
one?
is
I thought the Australian kid was like the most useless character ever.
Which one?
The Australian kid.
Yeah.
The
more
kid,
time.
the Australian kid.
The Australian kid.
The main kid who's getting abused.
Oh, yeah, from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Oh, New Zealand, whatever.
Yeah.
Kiwi.
Yeah.
Anyway, by saying so, I'm not besmirching it. It was fun.
Nah.
The fight scenes were great.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, the
side-by-side
fight sequences
fight.
were
action.
amazing.
Yeah. Because they were also trying to. So we talked about Storm getting in there, and who was the other one that they were trying to get?
They were trying to get all of the Avengers to come into
That's
the movie.
right. Yes.
So, I mean, they set it up, and then it didn't happen.
Didn't have, so they had to rewrite it.
Yeah, I
or
think it
whatever.
was a lot of rewrites. Yeah.
Well,
Who
but
they could get.
like when he first gets to the company, whatever the EVT or
The
whatever. it's
TVA,
called.
yeah.
That's what it is. You see all the video footage of the Avengers doing
Right.
their thing, and you're like, oh, we're gonna see them, and then you see Chris Evans.
Yeah, why is he
Yay!
crying over me?
But no, I'm talking about when they see Chris Evans, he thinks it's Cap, and it's not. It's
Oh, right. Oh,
So
yeah.
good.
yeah. And he's like, flame on! And like, what?
Yeah.
Oh man, I thought Chris Evans was brilliant. Deadpool.
no.
It was great. Yeah, especially the
And she
end
was an
credits scene.
interesting bad guy, but it kind of went a little too serious, right, for what it was.
Okay.
Right, and God bless Hugh Jackman and his portrayal of Wolverine, right? He does a
Yeah.
great job, but it's like, did it have to be heavy? It's
Yeah.
not really a heavy movie. Why were they adding all this extra weight to it where he had an active... You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm not hating on it.
I mean, they're gonna have probably a lot more levity in the next one. So
Yeah.
I mean,
and you did give it a 7 something.
Oh,
so.
sure. So it's not
It's-
a badly
it's
done
not-
film.
yeah.
And he's all, till you're 90.
yeah.
You're 90.
So, what are your thoughts on the Calvary? Henry Cavill.
Oh yeah,
That was
right.
funny.
Yeah.
One of my favorite memes of the week, and we got to start doing
We
that.
need
but,
a Danny DeVito appearance, though.
Oh, we do.
I
need Danny
mean,
DeVito
there
credit.
kind of was
Kind
with
of.
the comic accurate
Kind of,
one. That
yeah.
was essentially Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
But it was Hugh Jackman.
Yeah. One of my favorite memes was best shield in the MCU, and I forget what the first one was, but the second one, of course, was Captain America. The third one was Wolverine holding the little Deadpool dog.
Nice.
And then the fourth one was
Mary Poppins.
Deadpool holding
Handsome Deadpool.
handsome Deadpool,
Yeah.
nice Deadpool.
Nice
Deadpool,
pull.
As a
It's like, so when do you regenerate? What are you talking about?
Oh my God.
He was like an actor or something?
oh, gee. All right, boys. Well, let's end this on something positive. A quick quote: "Get outside and do some nature walking." Henry David Thoreau said, "I took a walk in the woods and came out taller than the trees." Oh,
That's a Thoreau.
get
thing
out
to
and get
say.
some vitamin D, get some reconnect, get
Yeah.
some clean air in
This
your
is the best
lungs.
part of summertime.
That
It's
is the
right
best
before
part.
fall. Oh, yeah, that was
Yes,
perfect.
Yes. So other than that, we'll see you next week
Yeah,
for Todd,
cheers.
who had to go blow his nose, and we'll see you guys next time.
Please like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you think this episode is worth $1 or $5, the boys would love to have it. Please go to ourtownpod.store for merch or to donate now. For less than a cup of coffee, you can also join the website in the member-only area for exclusive bonus content, vlogs, and more. It's just $3 a month or $30 a year. Thank you for listening to this production of Our Town Podcast Extraordinaire.